Okay. We should be good to go. All right. All right, guys. Before we show you the visuals of the new location that we're currently filming at for the live stream, I wanted my buddy here, David, to read us out a quote.
Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows I feel left out. Girl, you got me down. You got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started worrying less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. I know.
So all right. You guys are a bit blindsided. Let me fix that.
Enough of those shenanigans.
Time for the reveal.
Oh boy,
Hey!
where are we? Oh,
Doesn't this look familiar?
all you hardcore fans who remember us back when we played Doom, which was about this time last year, actually.
Seriously?
This is probably like the 1 year anniversary of our Doom playthrough.
Wow.
And we're back here again.
Back
with
here
the same camcorder
with
on the same tripod.
With the same lights. A different laptop, but next to the same old laptop we had before.
Yes.
We have a mic here. And, your figures are not showing up here. Just like... Wait.
They're too tiny. It's fine. You know what? No one needs to know like how horrible a person I am. So we can keep that a secret.
All right. And without further ado, let's begin this podcast. So, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I haven't done this in a while. I'm David.
You're watching episode 152 of DangIT Prodcast. If it hasn't been apparent now, we are in a different location. It's just David and I for this one. Some things like just kind of popped up yesterday with the guys, so they're not really able to film. But we'll get back to them next week because I actually have some news that you guys haven't really picked up on yet. Mainly because we haven't like disclosed it yet, and it's actually kind of news to me. Is that the guys have kind of an extension to how long they get to stay at the old house, or I guess the new house, current house that they're staying in.
Yeah, that's the current house. That works.
Yeah, it's going to be only for a short amount of time, like about a month. So there's definitely more chances for them to pop back in again. Some weird things happening there though that just make it not so much the same. Steven has moved out. Nolan's going to leave.
Going back to Carolina.
Yeah, he's going back in just a few weeks. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know as far as the updates there. What else is there to cover? Oh yeah, David, how have you been? I've been scrambling this entire time I've been here at your house just to set the podcast up.
Right. No, it's fine. I've been all right. Aside from school and work, I've been dealing with some personal problems. So.
Oh really?
That's a long time coming, but I'm doing something about it. I don't
Nice.
feel comfortable exactly disclosing what they are here.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, it's been fine. You'll recall I wasn't available for the last 2 weeks because I was working on a midterm of mine, and at this point in the game, I'm just so tired. I'm done. I just want this year. I just want this school year to be over.
Is it over? It's over.
It's not over.
This is it?
No, this is not it.
Gather?
Time to tip the scales? Is that how this goes?
Your battle's over?
No, it's far from over. Just 2 more finals left. Then I should say, our timetable. So I'll be done with school early June, and I'll be working through June.
Okay.
But because I work at a public school, I won't have work in July. So it's July when I really want to start thinking about moving out of here, because it is a little cumbersome filming at my parents' place still.
They didn't need to know about our things yet. It's true enough. I'm very grateful for you guys to open up to me as far as filming in this place, considering it's kind of the same thing at my house too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think your parents are a little bit more open to having just a stranger in. Usually, my dad will.
At this
and my
point,
parents
not really
will.
a stranger anymore.
Not really, but yeah, I do. I do think about how I kind of come into the space like every other week, and I'm pretty sure they're totally fine with it. But at the same time, like it would be nice to kind of have our own set to kind of consistently like keep together, and kind of like improve on the work productivity.
We really just want a space to have kids and raise a family. You know?
Okay, all right. If we're gonna be so open about this.
Look, my biological clock is ticking. I need to pop a kid out now, or it's not going to happen ever.
Look, we do this now, or I have to wait until I'm like 38. That's the cutoff point.
I don't know. It's pretty old. I feel like my uterus will like it'll be done. It'll be spent.
David, I thought we agreed that I'd be the woman in this relationship.
Look, you don't get to decide that. It's not my. It's not. I'm the one with the uterus here. Yeah. If you wanted to take on the more traditional roles and like wear a French maid outfit and clean the kitchen naked and cook me dinner and like otherwise be completely subjugated to me when I come home from work tired and feeling abusive, but I'm the one with the uterus.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was gonna say like I'll beat the Garo tier league, and we'll be playing that like, match over
forever
and over and over again.
We did it eventually.
Yeah, but you might as well have said that like it's been like 50 years of relationship at that point, where we literally just buried our vows into the sand.
Gee, damn, dude, this got real quick.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the chat like, how's everyone doing?
Excuse you, Edward. Guys do have a biological clock, and also I would appreciate that you recognize the fact that I have a uterus that is just ready to have a child. So if you could just get that straight. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, menopause is a bitch.
Oh shoot! I think I remember what Mark is talking about here. I'm saying, David, care to explain the book that was given back to you a couple months ago? We get the feeling that it's some lolly shit. I'm not sure if you wanted to.
That was given back. Oh, he's talking about.
That was when I gave the book back to you. You left the manga.
Right.
Back at the old apartment.
So one of my favorite manga is a series called DangIT no Honyo-san. The author who does it is one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite mangaka, but she only does stuff in Japanese, which is good because it gives me an opportunity to practice it. Mm-hmm. And like the running theme behind this and a lot of her other work is just kind of like slice of life with elements of the absurd and kind of like the fantastic, kind of like Ghibli light almost. They probably thought it was lolicon because there was a small girl on the front, but like it's nothing sexy. Right? It's just about a bunch of people who work part-time at a manga store in Akiba.
Oh, wow. Cool. Are there other things that you've like read from like her, or is it
Dinky Guy is like her main series. I know she has done a couple other series that didn't do as well. One's kind of like a harem manga that I haven't read yet. Mm-hmm. And the other one the only way I can describe it is like food porn.
I was about to say, like, is this a plot twist where we reveal that she's actually the author of Sword Art Online?
Yes. She also does like a bunch of short stories, and that's just where she really shines. Like her more than her artistic style, it's just her writing style. The way, and she focuses mainly on like people who are transitioning from high school to adulthood. Is like her running theme. And just like the way she conveys that, especially within the context of Japanese cultural and society, there's something that hits really hard about that, and I think it's really cool. So anyway,
cool. Actually, yeah, I'm very interested in that. I just wish I could read Japanese so I could read it myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm just gonna like, stop talking about it there because I know I understand that a majority of our audience probably can't access that literature, and I don't want to like alienate anybody. Right. Anyway. Zane Khan. No. I may have given up on life, but for you guys, I have not given up on Sword Art Online.
We are finishing the fight.
We're doing everything. It's 100% completion.
Oh, no. Let's not promise something we can't keep.
It'll be done.
We'll beat the game. And then we're going to move on to the next mediocre game. No, we do focus on, we're planning on doing another series, actually after this, after we finish Sword Art even, just to have fun, just like a multiplayer game. Yeah. I'm hoping that we can like maybe like squeeze in some Mario Kart action.
Oh, yeah.
8 Deluxe.
All right.
Yeah, I was trying to actually finish one of the edits for that, but I lost track of time, so I had to rush over here.
Mm.
But yeah, it's actually really fun. Just kind of watch back on it, especially when you play on the 200cc. Have you ever played that?
Yes.
It's haywire.
Anyway, I'm just saying has a question. David, why is so much Japanese porn, rape, or gangbangs? Well, I'll preface that by I think you have a very narrow perception of what Japanese porn is. If you're gonna watch Japanese porn, I think you gotta broaden your horizons. Like, don't get caught in that echo chamber. Because I realized that people are kind of drawn to that because it's so alien and it's so like taboo to our Western eyes.
Yeah.
But I think a more succinct answer to your question would be that just Japanese society in general is very strict, and not to sound like an edgy, like under 18 teenager, but it's very conformist, right? So you don't really have a whole lot of opportunity when you're just out and about outside the home to express yourself, and there's very little room in society for sexual deviancy in Japan. So a lot of that is expressed in the form of, just drawing out your fantasies. The justification behind that is like sexual assault. Well, largely sexual assault cases in Japan aren't prosecuted as much as they are in the U.S. because Japanese laws regarding sex are pretty lenient. The other thing is that they don't happen as often because it's understood that drawing and, kind of like violent, kind of really disturbing porn like that is an outlet to fulfill those sexual fantasies that you may have. So there's my academic sociological explanation to that.
Yeah.
My lay explanation to that is the Japanese are fucking crazy.
just blatantly like, those Japs are crazy. Okay.
Hey, let's not devolve into racial slurs here.
Well, I'm just short-terming it.
Isn't that what they are?
It's like when it's like if you're just calling me a Vit. It's just like, all right. I mean, like, Vitimer.
I mean, fuck you, but okay, I get it.
Okay. Sorry about like all the background noise you might be hearing in the background, whether it be the fan right here or the wind like in the background or the door squeezing. It's a windy day. It's it's weird, dude.
Yeah, especially because it's been like in the 90s, almost in the hundreds for most of the week, and now it's like highs of 50 and raining.
Yeah. So much for me washing my car.
Yeah. The rain will do it for you. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I took care of all the vacuuming on the rugs. It's totally fine now. Yeah. Question here from Rainbow Blades. Or actually not Rainbow Blades, but he was asking about something that someone else brought in. Edward said, "Are you guys going to TwitchCon?" Which, at first I'm like, I don't think I would, but now that I think about it, it's like, that'd be kind of interesting to kind of go. If anything, like maybe to learn a little bit more about the quote-unquote Twitch culture.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they have their own like little segment, like that's kind of different from like any other like streaming service, I would say. Even YouTube with its YouTube gaming. I'm pretty sure like Twitch has its own thing for sure. Its own like content creators and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be an interesting experience because I don't think it's like a culture that we're really a part of.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, like we are now doing like Let's Plays and stuff, but it's probably like in the wholly entire different world. Once we step foot in like in convention like that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to think about whenever I go to Comic-Con like almost every year, and just how everything's kind of normalized. People like coming here, whether it just be like for like that little tiny like anime section, or just like full-fledged like comic book things you can like purchase, or actually mainstream stuff like TV shows, actors coming in. I remember last year the girl who's gonna play as Wonder Woman would just kind of like walk through, and there was people who wanted to see her, and we were kind of like blockaded from like actually like getting any close to her. But yeah, there's like a segment, like the separate portion of Comic-Con in the convention center for WB to be like established there, and they usually have people there from like different shows, just either doing autographs or just getting interviews. Marvel has the same thing too, so it's definitely interesting. Of course, the one thing I don't like is just the lines. There's a lot of people.
Yeah. So Flames of Crux. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know if there's like most other people in here that speak Chinese, and my knowledge of kanji is not deep enough to be able to extrapolate any sort of meaning from what you're saying. So, yeah, you just, I guess, keep on being you. Just realize that no one understands. Another question. I'm just saying, David, would you be open to an I just think t-shirt? Yes. I'm not ashamed of who I am.
I'm trying to think of like the best face for you, featuring like a thought bubble, or not a thought bubble, like a speech bubble saying, I just think.
I just think. We'll look back at our recorded history and see if we can find an appropriate face for that, I guess.
At some point, I do want to like try and invest something in merch. If anything, like try it out for ourselves and just see if people will like get attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, kind of like that. I guess that kind of segments into what I kind of wanted to talk about. Although I wasn't sure I was going to talk about it in the live stream, but I've been thinking a little bit more about like how to improve on the channel, and I'm not just saying like, oh, let's just totally retcon this, let's just totally, or maybe just like remove like discussion thing, for example, and like replace it with something else because I guess it's not as successful. But no,
well,
like
when you compare it to reactions, I mean, the fact that I'm just saying that I hear like a million heads just pop up like, what reactions?
It's too true. But I have been like really thinking about like how to improve on that kind of stuff. But I was talking to this about Nolan yesterday, and I've actually just kind of been stumped on like what to do, because a lot of our content so far has been kind of based around like our personality, and that kind of goes the same with a lot of YouTubers nowadays. But I've been trying to like rethink about how I approach like our channel as far as how do we reel people in. And of course, like we have the podcast where like those of you in the chat who are like totally familiar with us like come here like every week to tune in. But how to like attract more and more people? That's what I've been trying to figure out. Maybe not the podcast is not the way to go, maybe, but maybe like our series. Yeah. What would you have to say about that, David?
I think what Justin's trying to say is people who are in the chat right now, come up with ideas for us. Like have a discussion, an orderly discussion in the comments about why we suck and how we can fix that.
Certainly we extrapolate to that.
But I just think that, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know it. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So, building off of what you said about maybe getting rid of discussions, I do kind of think that it's better for a channel to have more focus on one thing than to try and have like a variety of different things, especially for channels like ours, which now is effectively 2 people. It would be better able to allocate our resources if we just focused on one thing.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, that's not to say like discussion DangIT or most anything can just be like a one-time hit like overnight. I mean, like even with the reacting, and it took a little while for it to actually like start picking up to like thousands of people. Mm-hmm. It was a slow process, and I think it just comes down to like when you do it at the right time. I think with the reactions, I just kind of picked up on that. Like it was something that was on the rise, and I caught that, and I decided to like implement that into our channel, and thus our channel grew to how it is kind of now, and now it's kind of like died down. And so I think it's just about kind of being persistent as well. So even though I still love doing discussions with you guys, and I would still like to continue doing that. So maybe we just need to just either maybe change the way discussions are formatted as far as like the presentation, maybe not like the actual discussion, but the presentation of it, and just keep at it, I guess. But yeah, also focus on like maybe specific things to discuss as well, because again, like even though reacting was really popular, it was that because of the fact that I just spread out to all these different viral videos. Like, oh, let's watch this imitator collab. Let's watch more Vine videos because we can't get enough of those. Or the one time
videos.
or the one time we watched a couple of Markiplier videos, or the list goes on.
How did we ever sell ourselves out so much?
So fast. It's like, just like when I looked through the listing of all the reaction videos that I was going to delete, there were so many of them. They're like, I shit you not. It was like
So many.
It was like 400 videos over the course of like about a year.
Oh, by the way, Crux, yes, I was able to read that. Anyway, and to think that I remember it was around this time last year that we ended reactions as well.
Yeah, something like that.
Man, it's a month for anniversaries.
Yep. Some more memorable than others, and ones that we can like positively like look back on. But
The
yeah,
end of reactions.
all right.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want to like really stay too much on that subject because it just like will end up with me like kind of rambling into like what's essentially just a wall.
Yeah,
where I can't really proceed any further.
It's a part of our lives that's gone and passed. Done. Not looking back. It's over.
It's over. I was talking to Nolan the other day. He was like bringing like, why do you say that? But yeah, like
I was there.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay, so like little tangent of a story, but Nolan and I were going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We ran across David. Unfortunately, Nolan and I weren't able to actually watch the movie because like last minute things came up.
It was pretty good.
It was really good. Oh, nice. Oh,
You missed it.
But yeah, we came across David, and Nolan's asking me like, why do you say that? Like, why do you say it's over?
'Cause it's over.
But I remember what it was as I was talking to Nolan, like on drive, like to like one of the banks to withdraw some money from. I remember it was from Glee of all things, the show.
Glee.
Yeah. I forget her name, but the person who plays as like Sue Sylvester, I think her name's Jane something.
Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch. She like okay. I guess a short summary of her character is that like she hates the Glee Club because it's just like it goes against like all like norms that have been established as far as like I guess the hierarchy of school clubs and just like down to the individual like groups of students. And when she finally finds a way to like put the Glee Club down for like the upteen time, goes up to like the Glee Club teacher and says, "It's over."
Who thought a TV show from 2009 would be so relevant in our lives and such a big part of our comedy?
I guess so. I do like that show. I just kind of stopped watching at some point when I was like in college because I kind of ran out of time for it. Yeah, I know that like Glee had to go through some serious changes, not just by its reception, but just simply things just happen due to the circumstances. So, yeah.
Anyway, Peanut Gallery, stop objectifying Corrine. Bad comment section.
Stop! I want to stop!
Stop it!
I want to stop!
No, stop it.
Stop!
No one appreciates that.
All right, what else is there to talk about? Because I'm still trying to think about like how to improve on the channel as far as like everything that's already been established. So I mean that's something I'll just have to really work with you and like the other guys. Not sure if I'll really come to a conclusion like right now. So maybe that should be just stay in like the boiling pot for a little bit.
Someone suggested we should do another food challenge soon. It's been a long time.
I was thinking about that too, and you know what? There is something I've been thinking about. And I'm kind of kicking myself over it because it's just as dumb as reactions, but unboxing videos. There's something about them. We
already did one of those, remember?
Yeah, we did like a reveal of like the Pokemon trading card game.
Oh yeah,
this one
the re-release of the first gen cards.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed like unopening them actually. So maybe we could do something.
We just unbox super mundane things.
Super mundane things.
All right, so we got this plain old box of Cap'n Crunch. We're going to unbox it and see what's inside. And you unbox the Cap'n Crunch, and you're like, oh shit! It's got berries. It's all berries. Look, it's the box that says "Oops, all berries." We got this at Costco for $6.
We unboxed Lucky Charms. Like, wow, look at all the different marshmallows as you pour it into the bowl, and like you zoom in on like the cereal, and you see like finger like picking out everything. It's like, what are you doing? Like, picking out the mushrooms. I'm like, not the mushrooms, like the marshmallows. The best part. It's like, just stop it. Funny enough, I actually did that when I was younger. It was like, this is so good. Forget about the cereal stuff. I just want the marshmallows. Or also, hey guys, I just got something from Amazon. It's this Listerine mouthwash. I was hoping you guys would enjoy this unboxing. No, I'm totally kidding about that. Just the extent of how stupid it can be. But like, let's say we like unbox like special edition type of deals. The reason I bring this up is because like earlier today I was watching like the Nintendo channel unbox like the Fire Emblem Echoes special edition box, and that was really interesting. Just kind of getting a glimpse of like what you can get if you pre-ordered it in time.
Which I didn't.
I didn't either, so just like it's whatever, dude. It's what it is. I can't really imagine myself like actually getting too many like, I guess, overzealous like type of like items in addition to the game. I can only go as far as like maybe like a little art book or maybe even the CD, but not that, and then like a figurine followed by like, or something like from like Halo where you get like a full like scale like replica of like one of the helmets. Is like okay, dude, okay.
That's one thing I like about the Japanese games industry is that like literally every game comes with a special edition.
Oh, right.
And the special editions are dirt cheap and they come with a ton of shit. Like I got a special edition version of this Madoka Magica game that came out for the PSP. I got it for $36. And it came with a Figma figurine, an art book, a DVD,
Wow.
a cut of the film strip from the movie Rebellion, a Cube handbag.
Whoa, dude.
And, the game. It came with the game.
Oh yeah, it's something about the game.
I don't care about the game. I can barely comprehend it. So Japanese isn't that good. But, like, it came with a Blu-ray DVD. I'm like, what? This is more valuable than the game itself. And I only paid $36 for it.
That's crazy.
I love this country.
I love this country. But actually, speaking of like handheld, like handheld consoles, I talked to the guys about this one. But what do you think of the reveal of the new 2DS XL?
Okay, so I'm gonna be mad for a second here, because first of all, Nintendo, fuck you. The fuck is Nintendo 2DS XL? What, we got a 2DS? Well, it's got less features than the 3DS, and the 3D on the 3DS is fucking optional, so why would you even do that? And, like, it doesn't even have the uniqueness of being, like, a tablet, kind of like the 2DS was, and I could see kind of, like, the marketability in that. But the 2DS XL is just the clamshell, like the 3DS XL is, but it has no uniqueness whatsoever. You're just cashing in on people who just absolutely need to buy Nintendo items. And you know what? Instead of selling a bunch of 2DS XLs, why don't you just create, like, a few hundred more NES Classics? Because those cost, like, 30 cents to make. And people will still buy them for $300 because, I don't know, people are stupid, or because capitalism, I don't know. Anyway, Nintendo, you suck.
Okay, now I totally agree with that argument. I know that Gabe and I, we were talking about that one, and I mean, we weren't really talking about, like, we weren't really bashing on, like, why are they doing this. I just figured that I don't even remember what the deal was, like, when we were praying about that. I think it was just like, I mean, like, I know that Reggie came up with a statement saying, like, oh, we're just making a statement that, like, the 3DS family, like, line is still going, even, like, with the Switch.
What's a stupid statement, Reggie Fils-Aimé?
Well, I mean, don't take my word for it. So, like,
You
guys,
big floppy wiener.
you guys can, like, do the research. But I think that was what I caught, like, on the internet, like, as I was just casually, like, looking at that. But I mean, I do like the design of it. The whole thing about it is just that it's just minus, like, the 3D. And I did actually like where the 2DS is going. It just kind of, like, got rid of the clamp, so it was, like, it felt like its own, like, identify, like, I guess, 3DS without the 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't get it because, like, obviously I already have, like, the 3DS.
Or, you know, Reggie Fils-Aimé, the other thing is, like, what's the point of even continuing the 3DS line? Like, I know you want money. It's gonna make money because obviously it's Nintendo and people are gonna eat that shit up no matter what. But it's, like, so redundant. You have the 2DS. Well, you already still have the 3DS XL, which just has more features. But now you also have the Switch, which is basically its own portable gaming device that is far more high-tech than the 2DS or 3DS. So what's the point in continuing the line when you already have an all-in-one device that makes more economical sense instead of the 2DS? Oh, but I already know why. Because you undervalue the demand from the Nintendo Switch. So you can have like 300 Nintendo Switch units out that people want to buy and like 6 million 2DS units that people don't want to buy. So people will just go and buy the 2DS. And once people dry up the well of the new 2DS, suddenly the floodgates open for the Switch. Now people who have the 2DS who really wanted the Switch can now go and buy their Switch after they've already gotten their 2DS XL. And Reggie Fils-Aimé, you're dumb. I mean, that's actually a very like shrewd and you know, it's a very shrewd business move, and I'm sure it's gonna make you a lot of money, but it's unethical, and you can eat a big floppy wiener.
I mean, like I was also on your side too, but I also wanted to stay open minded about like why they might have this, and but I still think that like you know like the Switch, you know, like once there's more in stock, it's simply like twice the amount of money as like the new 2DS XL, so why not get extra for a little bit more? In addition to that, like the Switch has like touchscreen capabilities too.
Yeah, so just why? It's redundant. You're just Nintendo. Like I know you're a business and you want to make money, but like eventually people are gonna wake up to this, right? Like
Wake up, America.
I'm not taking crazy bills, and this is just like a way to have more than you need, and like buy a 2DS for one game and then never use it again. Like I need some sort of verification on that. That's not crazy to think that's stupid and redundant, right?
Wake up, America. Nintendo of America.
Nintendo's an evil capitalist corporation. You should rise up against him. Wake up, sheeple.
David, what did we learn? In order to defeat what you want to defeat, you have to become what you want to defeat.
No, I don't wanna become capitalism.
To defeat capitalism.
But it's too late. I'm already in the system. This morning, I went and got a coffee at Starbucks. I am part of the problem.
David,
And I fully admit that.
David, did you get the unicorn thing? Did you?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. There's still salvation.
I don't want to hurt people.
I don't want to hurt people.
Still unicorns. I'm pretty sure that's where Voldemort came from, right? He drank unicorn blood. It became immortal.
I don't even remember, but like that sounds about right.
Or like the only way he could stay alive was that he was drinking unicorn blood. And I feel like that's Starbucks' evil scheme, right? Like if I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on again. So like Starbucks comes out with a unicorn frappuccino, right? And it's like, oh, it's sparkly, and people like sparkly things because there's that one like bartending YouTube channel where they go and make fancy drinks that are all different colors, when really all it is vodka, curacao, and Midori, just all mixed in different permutations of each other to make a really shitty sugary drink. So Starbucks capitalizes on that, right? But it's not really just like a bunch of sugar and curacao, whatever, all in a blended ice drink. It's really unicorn blood. And what Starbucks is trying to do is keep us alive forever. But the thing is, the curse is, we consume unicorn blood. You have to go back and consume more unicorn blood. And of course, Starbucks corners the market on unicorn blood. So we have to go to them and just consume mindlessly, just so we could continue traveling through the void, the meaningless void that is our existence, in pursuit of something that's even more pink, sparkly, and sugary. It's the true evil behind Starbucks. And I'm sure there's a connecting thread between Nintendo of America and Starbucks, but that's another topic of discussion for another episode.
These are my final thoughts. Okay, what else is there to like somehow branch out from that?
I don't know. This is the end of the road. There's no going forward to that.
So we'll just kind of like brush that off for another day.
Right, bye.
Okay, so what else is there to kind of discuss? We are actually like 34 minutes in.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite impressive, or at least like that's what like is what's shown on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just 20 seconds ahead. That's all. Okay. Whew, man. It's like you went to a dark place when you started mentioning like the evil like thoughts of Nintendo, followed by Starbucks. How'd you make that chain? I don't even.
Capitalism is preventing you from finding internal links. Capitalism inhibits meaningful debate.
Oh man. Well, shoot, like I still want to kind of keep going for like the consistency of like an hour like live stream, but man, that was like a good just run. No, just
we got
any more, it would just kind of inhibit like any progression.
like 8 more levels of Alfheim we need to explore.
Oh, you're right. Like our priorities are all mixed up. David, we gotta cut the stream.
We gotta get the stream. We gotta go save all of our waifus.
We got a link start.
We gotta link start. Link stato. That, I mean, no, back on the topic of Sword Art Online, like there's got to be so much more we got to do, right? Because I mean, we got the yukatas. We went to the festivals, right?
Sure.
But I mean, if this follows kind of like the same chain of events that most really bad animes follow, we still haven't reached the beach episode. We haven't seen every single girl in a swimsuit yet.
Oh no.
You know what?
No.
And we already saw Straya and Asuna in underwear, one of which looked like a teacup. But there's like 38 more waifus to see in their underwear.
God, how many more episodes we gotta fulfill?
Oh, this is gonna be like a 300-part episode. This will be like legit after we're both married and have children. We'll still be playing Sword Art Online, Lost Song.
Jesus
we won't even
Christ.
get to play Hollow Fragments, and I'm sure there'll be like 2 other Sword Art Online games that have come out.
Hold
By the time it takes us to beat Lost Song.
I'm just gonna like look up like maybe like a let's play of that and see like how many episodes they are in. Just Sword Art Online Lost Song.
7 billion.
Last episode. Let me see what I got. I see episode 86. 19 minutes.
Yes.
So
They're probably still in the story.
God, would be so close to 100 episodes.
Yep.
It's
this gonna
what
be,
dude?
Oh no! Would this be our first series to break the century mark?
Would it?
I don't know. Let me look that up really quick. 'Cause I feel like Doom was long. It couldn't have been 100 episodes long.
It was like
Fall
I would say
shorter than Doom.
I want Fallout 4 was like 60-ish episodes,
Yeah.
and then like Doom was like maybe like 80.
Oh man, is Doom really that long?
Maybe. Let me DangIT plays Doom. I kind of miss Doom.
Oh, Minecraft must have been more than 100. Yeah, Minecraft was 101 episodes.
Yeah, it was technically like 100 episodes straight, and then like there was some filler in there.
Yeah.
That's like just play right in there.
Doom was only 48, and well,
Wow.
We managed to finish 27 episodes of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Wow.
Yeah. We'll jump back into that, right?
Sometime eventually after we beat Sword Art Online,
Like actually tone it down a little bit, but also make the experience better. Essentially.
Yeah,
We'll see. I mean, like, we're gonna just like blaze through it all because we're over leveled. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, Fallout 4 was about 60-ish episodes.
Yeah.
Man, wasn't that the first one we did together?
Yes.
Wow.
'Cause you had already been doing Minecraft with everybody else at that point.
Right.
Then one of us pitched the idea of like, well, let's focus on other Let's Plays that's on Minecraft. So that started Fallout, which turned into Doom, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions briefly, and Pokemon.
And then we got Sonic.
Yeah, then we got
Sonic.
Sonic.
That's probably the shortest one. We got like 18 to 20 episodes down pat.
That full run through of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is still shorter than the amount of Tokyo Mirage Sessions we have out.
Yeah. And like we cleared that game in 2 days of filming.
Yep. 'Cause, I mean, it wasn't really that long, right? Like Hero Story was all in one day, and then Dark Story was all in one day. We're like, well, let's stay a little bit extra and just finish the rest because. Actually, not to say it was easy because they're most like 90% of the story after you finish both of them are complete bullshit until you get to the final boss, which is just like piss easy and insulting after what you've been through for the rest of the series up to that point. But you know what? I'm not bitter at all.
What's a good Sonic game? This is the big question. Maybe we'll find out in Sonic Forces, or let's play Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
I hope good things happen for Sonic.
I don't. I want to be able to shit on Sonic as long as possible. I'm gonna ride that train until it reaches its terminal destination.
Okay. I mean, Sure, I mean that's one way it is.
Corn, I think you have much better things to do with your time than to rewatch our entire Doom series.
I don't know, dude. Like some people really like our stuff. What
the fuck is wrong with them?
I'm just saying,
I'm glad that you enjoy our content. We work really hard on it.
I mean, hey, like if we're entertaining enough where people will actually like watch the entire series, like even like after even not even like watching it initially, so they'll watch it like after we've completed, they just like watch the entire thing. I think that'd be a pretty good accomplishment because like there's definitely Let's Players that actually would sit down and just watch them play the entire thing because I guess they just somehow like kind of enhance it, whether it be like their vast knowledge in the game, which is probably the biggest reason why I would sit down and watch like a walkthrough or something like that, or they're just like that entertaining enough to be engaged. As far as engagement wise, I feel like, I mean, like obviously there's always room for improvement, but I think like we've found like a good solid, I guess plateau. As far as like, well, that's really sad. That's sad. Let me rephrase that. We found a good sitting as far as like our commentary.
Yeah, we found a good baseline from which to expand.
There we go. Thank you. Plateau.
No. We can and will do better, and not in a way that makes us like not be what we were originally, so that you guys feel alienated. But we want like good dialectical progression, so we can get more viewers. It'll be a struggle, I think. Will be the hardest part of restructuring the channel, right? Because we genuinely enjoy having the community that we have. Like I'm looking through the comments, and everybody seems to know each other.
Yeah.
And it's like a big old episode of Cheers where everybody just has a semblance of respect for everybody else, and we can all have just these like fun times with each other. It's like we're hanging out at a small house party. We've had like a beer or two, so we're opening up to each other, and it all is good.
David, okay. It's like no, not now.
No. Later. We'll talk about it later.
But David,
no, later.
It's like walk out the door. I'll have to be one of those people.
Yeah. But
I gotta leave. Don't talk about it.
sorry about last night. Just let's not talk about it, okay? Just leave it.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, David.
Dude, like you're still drunk. Just go home. You drink a Gatorade, sleep it off for a little bit. You'll be fine in the morning.
In the morning. I'm sorry. Where were you going with that, David?
But like, it'll be hard to maintain the type of community that we have and our relationship with the community as we continue to progress. And I mean, it's inevitable that we'll strive to do better than we do now and try to expand our community. But at the same time, we'll find, a nice compromise. We don't want to have to settle at a certain level of success. But at the same time, we don't want to alienate anyone. I know it's kind of not really possible to not alienate anybody.
Yeah.
But just know that, like, no matter how big we get, I know we're super full of ourselves right now because we're assuming that we're gonna be stars. You're gonna have to subscribe to watch our content in YouTube Red.
Watch our live shows.
Yeah.
Outside the webcam and into the main stage.
But we still want to be able to do things for you guys, So if you ever have suggestions on stuff that we can do for you, like, just let us know. We want to hear about it.
I know that like some people like bring up like here's something that you guys can discuss, and it's like some kind of trailer. I haven't been able to like actually touch on that because of just due to the situation with the guys at their place and just my lack of time just to prepare. So I know that I've kind of been like, I guess like in the past I was kind of on my high horse after like we had stopped reacting it or reacting it, was like there's nothing well, this is like kind of quote unquote from like what I thought about like when I was going through all that was reactions are not really creative whatsoever, and there's something that I just don't like about it. But I gotta understand that like I guess it doesn't have to be creative. It just needs to be engaging in some sort of way. So I need to start looking at it differently, where it's not about like the creativity of the content creator. It's about like how well can they engage people. And I think that's what Reacting was able to do, because I mean, it's kind of messed up, but like people who use use reactions, they're not the ones who fuel the engagement per se. It's the content itself, and we're just kind of supplementary to that. And so, I mean, we kind of still do that to an extent with like let's plays and whatnot. But I shouldn't look down on it. I should just find different ways of engaging people like with our own, because a lot of people here do come from the reactions and they stay for the people. So if we can just find a way to like open up to people, kind of like maybe like when you're in high school and you find that like niche group and someone else from the outside wants to join in, how do we bring them in without them feeling again like alienated from the group? If you get my drift.
I got you, but I think it'll be something that we'll kind of pick up along the way, like, because it's not to crush our own dreams, but we're not gonna amass like 100,000 consistent followers overnight, right? It'll be something that gradually accrues, and it's a problem that we're just gonna have to address as it comes. However slowly that might be.
I think we can do it as long as we stay persistent about it. Who knows how long it'll take, but if we just stay right into it and we stay positive, and we, of course, I mean, that is to say, like, we'll always come through some kind of struggle, and as long as we kind of come together and just kind of talk about it, I think we can all, like, at the end of the day, become better, whether the channel succeeds or not. But yeah, man, that's all. I ran out of juice at that point. Damn, son. So, what's the chat saying right now?
So someone was speculating on how many subscribers we would have if we continued reactions. I'm gonna say that we probably would have plateaued at some point. Like once we reached like the 1 million subscribers mark, or a little bit past that, our content probably would have remained stagnant. And there's a point where I still firmly believe that the reactions market is doomed to crash at some point. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point it's starting to kind of like experience a slow, steady decline. And the problem is, once we've reached that plateau after doing nothing but reactions for a while, eventually it becomes harder to innovate, especially on something reactions, which is just so formulaic and whose success is completely contingent upon following that formula strictly. That we changed it up too much, we'd lose subscribers, and we would just kind of crash and burn, and probably have to start over at a lower point than where we did when we ended reactions.
I would say, as far as like subscriber counts, I want to say either 200 or 300,000, and then it would have to plateau. Because I think I've noticed like reactors having that same effect where they're either slowly gaining subscribers instead of like exponentially increasing.
Yeah, because it's slowing down. The market's starting to,
people becoming smarter about it.
Yeah, like the market's experiencing diminishing returns, but it's like with like, what's a good example? Like fucking Tech Deck. If you guys remember Tech Decks, like Tech Decks were good. They followed like a perfect formula. They were small skateboards for your fingers. They had like characters, and there was a limit on what you could like logistically do with Tech Decks, and they just kind of fell out of favor because as generations grow, their interests changed based on their environment around them, and so you can't really do anything more to capitalize on Tech Decks because people have moved on, and because Tech Decks are formulaic, you can't innovate upon them unless the entire idea collapses upon itself. So. That's there's marketing and innovation strategies 101 from someone who has no experience in business,
but maybe like took like an introductory class.
Has not even taken an introductory class.
Wow.
So do not take that any of what I said to heart or use it in any sort of academic discussion, because I cannot vouch for the validity of the argument I just made. It's pure speculation.
Yeah. I think to an extent, like a lot of people, like on the internet especially, will go to great lengths to explain their thoughts and processes. I've done it several times before, but like there's no real like academic background to support that. It's just kind of, again, speculation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's totally fine. I mean, as long as like you want to like observe and try to like come up with your own idea and maybe want to like grasp on other people's thoughts of it. It's kind of like chaining to like people's thoughts on like certain discussions on certain things.
Mm.
So I do like those type of conversations where people just kind of like think about like what's to come or what might happen, this or that. Though if anyone talks to me about politics and economics, I cannot. On a scale to 1 to even, can you not?
No.
Oh. On a scale of 1 to even, I'm gonna say no. All right. Ooh, I think we're good. I mean, it's 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
So
It was a nice constructive podcast we had going on there. Thanks, you guys.
yeah.
You've been a lovely audience. Tip your waitresses.
Yes. Tip your waitress.
She's starving. She's got like 6 kids. You know, minimum wage for service workers is $2.45 an hour.
Damn,
so
dude.
tip your waitresses.
No sugar daddy. No.
No, they got nothing. Daddy ran away. Went to go get a pack of cigarettes 7-Eleven, but that was 6 months ago.
Oh. Hey, where's Dad? Go back. Go back.
All right. Lest we go any farther on that. Let's go ahead and
that's
end it.
enough. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and just kind of chiming in, or also just talking with each other in chat. Just kind of, I guess, reinforcing like the community that we got going on right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna end the podcast. We're going to finally do some recording of.
It's my favorite game. I'm gonna put on my happy face. I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring out my Dakimakura so I can have something to comfort me. As I play through it.
It's the best game of 2017 that came out in 2015.
Yeah. Delayed. Best game. Won the whatever award Bubsy 3D got.
What?
They got like a Golden X award, which is a made-up award that the devs put on the package to make it sound like it was good.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess with that, we'll just end it here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DangIT Prodcast, episode 152. Oh, shoot, I forgot the end of parentheses right there. Boom. There we
Also, Raina Blaze, your waifu is probably shit tier, so nope, not granting that
go.
one.
Ooh. And we're going to just end it like that. Wait, oh yeah, my name is Justin.
I'm David.
And thanks for watching. Hashtag bye.
Hashtag bye. Just as Master Hand gets here.
I'm so sorry, Master Hand. I'm
not.
Every live stream, there's a straggler that ends up popping up, but I'm so sorry. Had to be you. Ever since